Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister of Defence, Honorable Minister of Industries, Government of Karnataka, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, captains of industry, officials of state government, ladies and gentlemen. In the last 2 days, we have seen tremendous amount of interest, enthusiasm among investors to invest in Karnataka. Those who are already invested here or further expanding their investment here. Today also we visited some of the exhibition stalls of Aerospace India, and we found that even among defense and aerospace industries who are already in Karnataka and Bengaluru they have a strong presence here. They are very keen to further expand their footsteps. Make in India is basically happening in states. So it has to happen in Karnataka and making in other states. And as I mentioned yesterday, and as Honorable Union Minister of France mentioned, Government of India works with state governments as their partners, and we all work together to make India a business-friendly place. We want to create conditions where it will be easier to do business, where there is a predictability of policies, of the laws, so that investors feel that they have a level playing field and they can plan their investments. And as I mentioned yesterday, the Government of India is also considering a number of policy measures which will incentivize manufacturing in India by providing for value addition, minimum local value addition in public procurements, in removing the prior experience criteria, and so on. We are very sensitive to the feedback given by investors, both domestic and foreign. We are continuously engaged with domestic industry as well as FDI investors to know what exactly is happening, what are the issues, what are the problems. And as and when the problems are coming up to our notice, we are trying to solve them, and actually a lot of them are getting solved. But then in business, issues keep coming up. But important thing is to keep a continuous engagement so that there is a proactive government, both at the center and the states, and all the concerns of the businessmen and industry are addressed at a regular intervals. So I would like to congratulate Government of Karnataka, especially the Honorable Minister for Industries, whose dynamism, whose high energy is responsible primarily for the success of this event. We from DIPP are very happy to partner with the Government of Karnataka to have this event in Bengaluru. I would also like to thank all the colleagues, Mr. D.V. Prasad, Gaurav, and all the officials of state government, my colleague Atul Chaturvedi, Additional Secretary in DIPP, and everybody else for working hard to make it a success. I would also like to thank CII for their contributions, and all of you for participating, showing such keen interest and participating so seriously. I am sure this will result in substantial improvement in investments, and from our side, we will do our best to ensure that all the promises, all the commitments which are made here also result in specific investments, and we will definitely make our contributions to that. Thank you.
Thank you for the very reassuring note. We request you to stay back, Mr. Ramesh Abhishek, and accept a token of gratitude to be given by Mr. Gaurav Gupta, Industries Commissioner.
Due to some exigency, Mr. Ramesh Abhishek will be leaving the venue. So once again, let's give a round of applause and thank Mr. Ramesh Abhishek. We now request the Deputy Chairman, CII Southern Region, and Vice Chairman of Toyota Kirloskar Motor Private Limited, Shri Vikram Kirloskar, for his address. Bandhugale swagatisi Shri Vikram Kirloskar.
Mr. Manohar Parrikar, Honorable Minister of Defence, Government of India, Mr. M.J. Akbar, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, Mr. R.V. Deshpande, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Industries and Infrastructure, Government of Karnataka, Mr. Ramesh Abhishek, Secretary, Mr. D.V. Prasad, Additional Chief Secretary, Mr. Ravi Raghavan, my colleague in CI, all dignitaries, and most especially all of you delegates who have spent 2 wonderful days with us here, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of CII, it gives me a great pleasure to address this valedictory session of the Make in India conference, Karnataka, Make in Karnataka, today in Bangalore. The Honorable Prime Minister of India has launched Make in India in the year 2014 with a primary objective of transforming India as a global hub for manufacturing. As a person who has worked extensively in factories during my entire career, this has been the most appreciated initiative. This initiative aims to increase the share of the manufacturing sector in the national GDP from around 16% at present to about 25%, and to create 100 million additional jobs, especially in the manufacturing sector, by the 75th anniversary of India's independence in 2022. Karnataka is one of the most progressive and one of the leading industrious states in India. My family started investing in Belgaum in the 1880s in manufacturing. In the erstwhile Mysore state in 1939, again in manufacturing, and we have continued this tradition here in Bangalore. Besides being a globally renowned knowledge hub, it possesses the largest number of R&D centers, technical and medical institutions, and highest number of startups in Asia. The state has been meticulously working towards attracting investments in the manufacturing sector with investor-friendly policies, schemes, and single window clearances for investments. The new industrial policy of 2014-2019, launched by the state government, aims to achieve an industrial growth of 12% per annum by attracting investments of about 5 lakh crores and generating employment to 15 lakh people by 2019. I'm happy to inform you that CI is actively involved with the government of Karnataka in formulating and implementing the government policies in promoting industrial growth in the state. As well as during the entire conference, our CI staff have been taking note of all the various comments and all the various suggestions the many delegates that have made. We will put this together and work closely with the government to address your concerns and your suggestions. Honorable Industry Minister, we thank you once again for giving us an opportunity to work with your government for this prestigious event. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Ramesh Abhishek, Secretary DIPP, Mr. Atul Chaturvedi, Additional Secretary DIPP, for their fullest support to this landmark initiative in Karnataka. I'd like to thank Mr. D.V. Prasad, Additional Chief Secretary to the Government, Commerce and Industries Department, Mr. Gaurav Gupta, Commissioner for Industrial Development and Director of Industries, Government of Karnataka, Mr. B.K. Shivkumar, Managing Director, Karnataka Udyog Mitra, and the entire team in the state government for their support and guidance in organizing this event. We look forward to continue our deep engagement with your government and partnership for faster, sustainable, and inclusive economic growth in Karnataka. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shri Vikram Kirloskar, for those nice and positive address.
Well, the Industries Minister of the host state, Mr. R.V. Deshpande, may we now request you to come to the podium to deliver your special address.